good day to you wherever you are. You are currently tuned in and watching The Art Unveiled. My name is Ihagwa Urema, and with me in the studio today are my amazing guests.
Gumbi Akurede Joshua.
Very nice to have you guys here. For those of you that don't know, here on The Art Unveiled, we focus on unveiling the arts, the shenanigans, and the mysteries in the entertainment industry. So if you love mysteries, if you love shenanigans, if you love unveiling mysteries and shenanigans, you are tuned into the right podcast. Going into today's topic, which is quite delicate, if I do say so myself, we are going to be discussing the exploitation of artists in the entertainment industry, specifically the music industry. Now, here's the thing: exploitation has been, can I say, normalized in the society we live in the industry we operate with. We have record labels, we have artists being exploited, we have songwriters, producers being exploited, and the way at which it's becoming rampant, it's quite disturbing. Yet, so I'm going to be passing the spotlight on to Akorede because I want to know your opinion on this issue.
So exploitation is inevitable, I would say, in my own view, because we are dealing with humans here and we are dealing with large revenue. Irrespective of how big or how small an artist is, it generates a lot of money. Do you understand? So I think the problem we are having in the industry is that many of these musical artists and musical bosses don't like give a contract that is good enough. So most of the times there's layout contracts to these artists, and then the contracts are not always so good. It does less of promoting and more of getting from them. And you know that the major purpose of a record label is to promote these artists. So if you are not promoting them well enough, but you are getting all their money, I think that has been unfair.
That's where the problem comes in.
Yeah, that's where the problem comes.
So has been very well said. I'm going to pass the spotlight to Favor now. So in the industry, there have been artists that have come out publicly saying that they've been victimized. Do we have anybody? Do you have an idea of anybody to discuss with us today?
Yes, looking at the case of the late Nigerian singer Mohbad and the whole thing that played out with his death. Because let's look at the circumstances, the challenges he faced. We know that we all know, most people don't know that he came out publicly and he was like making people know that this record label, Malian record label, has been exploiting him. Like they have been exploiting him and these challenges he has been facing. And so people don't really like people didn't actually see
Yes.
like so it was after his death that people began to understand him, like what he faced and everything he has passed through and how the record label made him sign a contract that made the contract took over his music, took control over his music. Yes, and how he was not paid fully for his work very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you just mentioned being paid fully for your work. Based on an issue I read from News Digest, the issue was released in 2018, if I'm correct. It said that the upcoming artist gets up to 20 to 30% of whatever revenue they make, while the record label keeps 70%. While already performing artists, the big boys, the big people we have right now, gets up to 50%. Will you still say that it's not enough for these people, for these artists?
I'm very glad you said the word keeps, like the record label keeps. Because why should they keep? Because I feel like when you are promoting these people, it's not like it is just your money. In one way or the other, these guys input their hard work, their stress, their sweats, going to shows, recording, and then you are keeping 70% of their money. I think that is outrageous. Why not make it a 60-40? Fine, the record label is working. We know they are working. But then why should you keep 70% or 80% of their money? I think that is theft. I think they should just carry gun and we can move on.
I might have misspoke for the keep, but thank you very much. So we have this is an issue, and issues have things that causes issues. So do you know anything that caused this issue?
Yes, of course. One major causes of exploitation is the lack of legal protection for artists.
Yeah.
So I feel like artists should have full legal protection. Like many artists have this ambition just to get to the top without knowing the consequences or the challenges they will face to get to that top.
True.
So a lot of artists are not well enlightened on this contract they signed. I think that you should be fully enlightened on the kind of record label they want to sign in, and they should just be enlightened because, and they should be this protection. They should have this protection. They don't have this legal protection. I don't
They
know if you
don't.
understand me.
Most of them
Yes,
don't.
they don't. So it's when they're in the record label and they begin to see the hidden agenda,
Yeah.
yeah, of those record labels. So yeah, that's exactly.
We've been saying artists, artists, artists. Most of the record labels, there are situations whereby it's not just the artist that is being exploited. The artists want to exploit record labels. So what do we say about that?
I think Favor Point has explained that because she made mention of legal protection. So I think the legal protection is not just for the record label, but also it's not just for the musical artist, but also for the record label. So if a musical act is having good legal orientation and the record label is also having, any form of contract breach wouldn't be allowed. And I just feel like they need to be like both the record label and the musical artist need to like be very oriented on what is called a contract. Many of them just see contract as, for the musical artist they see it as an avenue for them to get to the top. The top. And why some of the record labels see it as an avenue to steal? Because no, record labels in Nigeria most of the time, like their activities are always looking so like clear thefts, like.
Yes.
So I just feel like, and many of these artists also, I must say that they are not intelligent. Many of them, pardon me, but then I feel they are not intelligent because many of them, okay, there is a contract. What stops you from scrutinizing the contract well, looking at it well, and understanding what the contract is? Many of them are just like, so, oh, I want to be big, I want to be big, and eventually they don't get big.
Falls under the ignorance of artists.
Yeah, exactly. And the record label often exploits this aspect of them because they know that, oh, you are not smart, you are not intelligent, you are rushing. Okay, me, I'll catch you from there and I'll get your money. So it's always like that.
Thank you so much. You guys, you've really spoken very well. Earlier, we promised you an amazing show, and I'm pretty sure we delivered. Don't forget, you are watching The Art Unveiled. My name is Inhagra Urema. My guest.
Emmanuel Favor.
Good night.